Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Unschooling Lifestyle. In today's black and white video, because I'm in Michigan, and Michigan today it feels like pretty black and white. So I thought making the video would be cool. But anyway, today I wanted to share with you three tools that I have found helpful as we transition into this unschooling lifestyle. And the first two came from a podcast between Susie Moore and Dr. Gabor Maté. And I will post the link in the description of this video so you can listen to it. But the first thing that he said is that children, when they say no, we often think they learn to say no because that's the one thing we're always telling them, right? Don't do this. Don't climb on the stove. Don't climb on the couch. Don't climb here. Don't touch because you're gonna burn, right? However, he says, and I was like, oh, it makes so much sense. I was so excited when I heard that. He phrases it into the children and all of us, we are born with the desire and of being authentic to themselves. So that no, it's not out of rebellion to yourself, to you as a parent per se or as a person, but rather they are being authentic to themselves and they are saying, no, I don't want to do that. And that's total. It completely changed the way I saw that, right? So, because when they say no, you're like, well, who's the parent here, right? And we begin this struggle, this power struggle between them and us, right? And we end up winning usually because we are the ones with upper hand, right? We're the adults, so we can take stuff away from them. We can give stuff to them, right? However, as we navigate this partnership, knowing that they're being authentic to themselves and be secure on our own, being to take that no and be like, yeah, okay, fine. Obviously, if it's like safety related, you try to work with it and stuff, being partners in that. But they're being authentic to themselves. They're not just purposely trying to make our life miserable. So I thought that was really fascinating. And the other thing that he talked about was being feeling guilty versus feeling resentful. And I was like, oh, that's so, so powerful. Because, when we are in an unschooling lifestyle, or even traditional homeschooling, sometimes you feel like you have to be everyone. You have to be the teacher, you have to be the parent, you have to be their playmate, you have to be everything. And you don't have to. You don't have to be what you have to be, or what I found that it works best for us is that as long as I'm being authentic with myself and I listen to their authentic self, then I feel like we find a balance in the rhythm of our life, right? So sometimes they say I want to play and I am just not feeling up for it. I say, you know what? Thanks for inviting me, but I think I just need 5 or 10 more minutes, by myself, when I come home from a trip. Um, when I come home from a trip, I'm usually like tired. I've spent, numerous hours with, five, six, 700 people. So I just need a minute for myself. So I just politely say that. And we have come to this beautiful partnership of them being like, oh, okay, I'll come back to you and we'll do that together. But it is not feeling, if I would go into saying, sure, let's play, it only lasts for like a few minutes and then I'm done, and then it shows and then I feel guilty. So understanding how your self works and what are your emotions at that moment and what is it that you exactly need, it's extremely helpful. and I have, and when I heard that podcast, it really, really made sense. So I just thought I would share with you. And the last tool that I would also share some other videos with it is that, I don't know if you can hear my messages coming through, so I'm sorry. Um, is human design. I won't go into detail as to what human design is because I'm not an expert per se, and there are a lot of people that are. That's what they do for a living. So I encourage you to really look into them. And I'll post a few resources from my friend Meg. Wellness is one. Her recent energy read. And she incorporated some human design into it. It was really, really powerful. So I'll share that with you. But human design is basically based on your date of birth and the time that you were born. they have different categories, right? They have generator, manifestors, manifesting generators, which is a hybrid, projectors, and reflectors. And everyone has a different authority. And by authority, meaning like emotional, sacral, and there are a few other pieces there. But we learned from, I learned from about human design about 6 or maybe 7 months ago. And I cannot tell you how much of a difference that has made. The reason being is because the way we work through the different situations that come to us is different. For example, I'm a manifesting generator. So I am kind of like all over the place, but not all over the place because there is a common theme, right? So, so a lot of people, when I tell them what's going on in my life, they'll say, I'm exhausted from just listening to you. And it used to make me feel bad actually, because I was like, well, why can't I just be like everyone else, right? Just one thing, love one thing, do one thing, and be good at that one thing, right? And when I learned about human design, it really gave me this freedom to love that part about myself, of thinking thinking how to learn Turkish one day and then learning how to code the next. If you look at my Google searches, they are all over the place. However, that to me, I satisfy my curiosity about whatever it is that I'm learning about, and then I move on. That's it. The thing is that I'm an emotional manifesting generator. So I have to sit with my emotions for a minute now to be able to make big decisions. Now, the boys, I have a generator. My oldest is a generator. And then my youngest one is a manifesting generator. And knowing their authority, they're both sacral authority, which means they're a little bit faster on the decision making process. It's in so that's very helpful. So the other part that human design helped us with is between my husband and I, because we're both manifesting generators, but we're at different levels, and there's like different channels, and like I said, there are people that do this for a living. So if you can have your chart, being read to you, it's huge. But we both learned that, that we weren't trying to avoid each other per se on some days or some task or whatever. It's just that we had a lot going on in our heads. So from, since we learned that, we have been able to, like come together and find out what's the best time to talk about everything that's going on in our heads. Similar to like generators per se, noises and sounds are very important to them. So we have made an effort to go back to that, right? Because we are told that we have to use our words, no, please, thank you, all of that stuff. However, being able to being able to say yes or no in a or those type of sounds, I think they're very important so they can continuously stay in living with their authority, in living with their authentic self. So what is it they want to do? So uh, I seriously cannot say more good things about human design. I wish I would have learned it earlier, and it has really made a difference because we're together a lot, right? So as we learn from each other what's important to us and how we can allow for that to, give them space to react to something and not be like, well, do it now, So it has made a big difference. So we continue to learn about human design. There, like I said, there are a few people that have been extremely helpful on my journey about learning about human design. So I will post those podcasts and links to someone's website and stuff like that. But there are probably a lot of people that may do that, and I just encourage you to even get the free version of the app, I think it's called My Human Design, and just get your chart. Just find out if you're a projector, if you're a reflector, or if you're a generator or a man gen like me, and find the love for the beauty that goes in our minds, especially for manifesting generators, because I feel like people were labeled as ADD, ADHD, and in reality, we're just, we just have that much energy. So if you're a man gen like me, woohoo, I love you and I send you all the peace and love for all that time that we have been thinking that we had to just stick to just one thing. So, yes. So I just wanted to share that as we transition into this, if you're thinking about unschooling and you're a little bit nervous, because you know what you don't want, but as you move forward into something completely different, it's kind of hard to pinpoint what it's going to look like. And in reality, it will look, completely different than our journey. But some of these tools can help you find that balance and that rhythm that works for you and your family, because um, it's totally worth it. So, I hope this was helpful to you. If you like the video, please share with other people. Subscribe to our channel. I think we have like 27 subscribers. So, to whoever, thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to watch these videos, to like the videos and comment if you feel called to do so. As always, please make sure just, take whatever works for you and leave the rest. Like my friend Meg says, I love that and I love her. So yay Meg. And just just know that your journey is your own, and know that it's not a race, and it's just be kind to yourself. Know that your children know how to be authentic to themselves, and we should all be grateful for that. So uh yeah, until next week, I hope it's a little bit sunnier. I hope the sun is out here in Michigan next week when I talk to you. And yeah, thank you so much for your time. Remember that your time is so valuable, and I appreciate you spending it with us by watching this video. So thank you so much, and have a good week, everyone. Take care. Bye.